So you decided to try Final Fantasy XIV. You've heard Crystal is addictive, but you're ready to get hooked. Good call, and welcome. But you might feel like you fell down a rabbit hole with how complex the game systems can be. That's okay, but here's some basic stuff that every new player should know. It should help one way or the other. The main story quest is your top priority. You can't progress through the game without it. There's a little box to help you keep track of it, and it has a special icon. You may find that below level 50, though the story itself is great, there's a lot of fetch quests. Don't give up. That is not going to be forever. When you get to Heavensward, all that filler fetch quest nonsense will stop. If you need to go to the Waking Sands, which trust me, you will, make sure you teleport to Limsa and then to the Arcanist Guild and then take the ferry to Vesper Bay. That's the fastest way to get there. Might as well get an SSD while you're at it. Story skip potions are available to buy, but don't. Okay. Please don't. Please don't. The main story quest also gives a buttload of gil and devastating emotional pain that you'll never fully recover from. So make sure you do it. Don't neglect your class or job quests. But ain't a class and a job the same thing? No. You see, the starting classes are capped at level 30. They're training wheels, Fisher-Price versions of the real jobs. Much like in real life, when you reach 30, you're expected to go out and get a big boy job. Think of the base classes like training schools for how to handle your job as a weapon. Not all jobs have these training schools or base class requirements. You can just unlock them when you get to a certain level in any job. Like those red mages, they'll take anyone. Check out this chart to see if you're leveling the right class for the job you want.
You can play all classes and unlock all jobs on the same character and switch freely between them. So if you picked the wrong class for the job you want, or you decide you don't like the class you started as, it's no big deal. Your starting class mostly determines what city-state you'll be in for the first 15 levels. Actually, you gain the ability to unlock other classes at level 10, but since you can't go to another city-state until level 15, you'll be limited to the class trainers that live in your city-state until level 15, when you can leave. Likewise, if you're playing with a friend who started with a different city-state, then y'all will be separated until level 15.
When I started playing, I picked Marauder because I wanted to be in pretty Limsa Lomensa, thinking, oh, well, I'll just get a shield later, sword and shield later. Because I wanted to be a paladin. I had to go to Ul'dah and level gladiator to level 30, so I could then be a paladin and get a shield, sword and shield. Only paladin has sword and shield. The jobs are connected to the weapons. Your very first job quest will reward you with a soul crystal that will make you good at the game, or at least not as bad as you will look with it off. Like seriously, if you are much over level 30 and you're still walking around without your soul crystal equipped, people will do this when you enter a dungeon. Quests that unlock stuff look like this, with a plus sign. Now, there's a ton of unlockables, and not all of it's crucial to do right away. Like that materia stuff, you don't have to worry about that for a while. I'll link it to... Some people are going to be like, materia? Oh, very important. So I'll link to a list of all the unlockables quests and stuff in the description box below. So you can look through the features available at your level and decide for yourself what you want to unlock. I'd suggest the ones that say dungeon access and trial access so you can get your duty roulettes unlocked. I'll put a link about that too in the description. You want to get Chocobo Companion access at level 20 because he's a mount, so he will let you get around the world quicker. And he'll help you in combat, so he'll be there for you through thick and thin. I'm sorry. There's the esthetician, hairstyles, glamour, which is transmog, people from other games, and dye systems. So that's obvious. You want to unlock all those. Gold Saucer is a fun place too, where you can get mounts, pets, other goodies. And at level 50, you should do the the Hildebrand quests. Those are mandatory. I messed up my own joke a little bit. Regular side quests look like this. You can do them if you want, but they're safe to skip. It's not World of Warcraft where you need to do all of the quests in an area. Like, you don't have to do that. That's why I'm telling you what the different icons look like. What to prioritize. They're fun, but unimportant. That's a mood. You can buy gear from vendors. From level 1 through 50, you can get gear from vendors in Ul'dah, Limsa, and Gridania. Then 50 to 60 gear is in Ishgard. 60 plus is in Ralgor's Reach. So, yeah, you can get better loot in dungeons or from seducing your local crafter. But the vendor stuff is great for easy upgrades as you level. For making Gil, the main story quest is good money. It should be enough, but if it's not, have you considered selling coke? You think I'm kidding, but it's a great way to get rich without having to level a crafter or gatherer. So, like on the side. To get your hands on a steady coke supply, you'll have to rank up hard in your grand company. So, yeah, the rumors are true. The military is trafficking coke and supplying it to the market, but you didn't hear it from me. Ranking up in your grand company is a good idea no matter what. So I'll put a link in the description box below that shows how many seals you will need for each promotion. Make sure you do your grand company hunting log. It gives good XP and seals, and you have to do it anyway. When you get to Sergeant 2nd class, then you'll be able to turn in items for seals like dungeon drops, so it'll be a lot easier. When you get to 2nd lieutenant rank, they'll finally sell you the good stuff. Leveling a gatherer is an option, but it will take time away from your combat job. So if that doesn't bother you, gathering shards is usually a safe bet. Check the market board for what you can gather that's going to be good to sell on your server. Silver ore, effervescent water, just some examples, but shards, crystal shards. So the next time someone asks you whether you're in the coke or crystal business, you can say,
neither. I'm in the Empire business.
So now that you're clued in on most of the basics, the only thing you need to go from a beginner to a pro is a montage of XP buffs.
But most of all, don't be afraid to ask for help. There's a novice network that you should have access to as a new player where you can ask questions, and there are many Discord servers that are there specifically to help people and answer questions. Mine is one of them, but I will link to some others as well in the description box. There are players in the game who are considered mentors. They have the crown icon, and they are supposed to be there to help you and answer your questions. So that's an option, but your mileage may vary. Well, what do you think? The crown, I mean.
I feel like you're missing the point.
Is there anything that's super important for a new player to know right off the bat when they get started? If so, let me know in the comments section down below if maybe I missed something or I overlooked something. I wanted to really condense it down into the most important, most simple things so I don't overload you with information. So anyway, I hope this was helpful to you, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.